And welcome back to yet another riveting edition of our little brief mini-series that we like to call Queer Quippets. And today, because this is going to be our first episode of Hage, Happy Pride Month, we are going to do what you've all been expecting because we're gay. So we're going to tell you how we came out and how we learned that we were, well, not how we learned, but we're going to tell you that's a story for a whole nother day. But today we're going to talk about our coming out stories because hi gay.
Hi gay. It's Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. So Joshua,
I'm up first.
How'd you do it?
I'd like to preface this by saying everything that is said on the Lays and Gayest is not to be taken seriously. Lays and Gayest is a form of entertainment and is no way, shape, or form to be taken as the truth or as fact. Just want to put that out there real quick.
Yes.
So this all started when I was in my ceramics class and I made a bong.
Okay.
Actually, we'll take one step before that.
Oh.
One time I had a phone.
Okay.
And the internet was on the phone. It was like...
is it a BlackBerry?
It's like a BlackBerry, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. And here's the thing about
I used to have a BlackBerry.
The thing is about it too is that you couldn't really watch videos, but you could look at images.
Hey.
And I was on freshgayimages.com.
Fresh gay images, baby.
Fresh gay pics, I think is what it was called.
Okay.
And I downloaded a few pictures. My brother found it and showed it to my mom. My mom was like, "Are you gay?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Okay." And then that was the end of it. Fast forward, high school. There's this boy I was hanging out with, straight boy. We used to play airsoft together. It was dumb as fuck. The straightest thing I've ever done. Dressing up in camo, getting airsoft guns and shooting each other.
That
so
in and of itself, that's just disgusting.
Yeah,
but
vom.
Continue.
And he smoked weed, and I wanted to be like impressive. I wanted to like impress him because I thought, if he's smoking weed and like that, I made a bong.
You're cool.
He'll like want to fuck me, which like no, it's fucking stupid as fuck. So I was also like the quiet, shy kid in school, so teachers liked me and they kind of let me get away with whatever. And the teacher who was running the ceramics class this year was actually the photography teacher because the ceramics teacher needed like the semester off or something.
Right.
So I made a bong in the shape of like a dragon's head.
Ooh.
It was really, really cool.
Fancy.
So fancy. It was actually cool. And like everyone knew it was a bong. But like they're like, but it's Josh. He's like a fucking loser. And I told everyone it's a kettle. Like it's
a tea kettle.
Exactly. Which you can't put a ceramic.
Nobody bought that
thing on like an
nobody.
open flame.
Nobody bought that.
I mean, it didn't get destroyed. It worked. I ended up. I completed owning a.
People were convinced that you were just a big fan of oolong tea. Oolong.
Yes, I suppose. And it was really cool, but like, I guess just like I don't know how I got away with that. And like, the teacher told me that another teacher told her like, "That's a bong. You need to destroy it." And she was like, "No, it's Josh. He would never." I'm like, "Thank you." Anyways,
love her.
Fast forward.
Shout out to her,
the real one.
The real ones.
I know it worked, but I never got to use it.
Oh,
because
I mean, it's homemade.
It was being used by my brother.
Oh,
and he got caught.
Oh,
and so me and my other brothers got caught.
Oh,
doing weed.
You were doing a weed.
Doing a weed, yeah.
I smoked a marijuana.
And so we had to sit down with my family, my brothers and I, and they were all like, one by one, being like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? You're fucking criminals now, don't you know that?" And we were like, "Ugh." And for some reason, my dad asked me. This is how I remember it, at least, because there's some contention in our family about it.
Okay.
How I remember going down is for some reason my dad like asked my little brother if he was a virgin still, if he's having sex with women. Just like cringe, gross, bro.
A little bit of a weird pivot from talking about weed, but okay.
And then for some reason I was like, "What about you, Josh? Have you had sex with a woman before?" Let's go. "No, Dad, I wouldn't do that with a woman." Gagged them all, and they were like,
"Wig,
what?
Snatched."
And he was like, what? And my mom was like, I think he's trying to tell us something.
Wigged.
And I was like, are you
Wigged,
guys like,
wigged.
yeah? They're like, are you gay? Like, yeah, I am. And the best part of it is,
And not only am I gay, but I take it. Don't-
and I fucking.
I don't give it.
You want to know
I
how I
take it.
smuggled that bong out of high school?
You wanted.
You want to know the truth?
You want to know how I didn't fit that thing in my backpack?
I'm saying that it didn't fit in the kiln, but you know what? This hot can fired. But the best part was, and then it was like a jury duty. Like it was dismissed while my mom and my dad deliberated,
Okay.
and they brought us again in one by one. And like, Josh, we want you to know what you did was wrong, and we want you to know that like the weed, that's bad. And which also, like, in retrospect, like, dog, it was just weed. We weren't like,
No, it's not like
Yeah.
y'all were doing like you were selling heroin or something.
yeah, no, we weren't doing that. But they're like, we want you to know that what you did was wrong and that you shouldn't have done it.
We're
And
disappointed in you for the weed.
However, we appreciate you telling us what you told us today, and we don't want you to feel like you're being punished for being gay. So
Okay.
you're off the hook.
Okay.
And then my brothers like got their phones taken away, and they got in so much trouble. And I was just
And
like,
then you got off scot
I was
free.
like, loser.
Peace out, nerds. I'm
Should've
gonna
sucked
go.
some dick, you dumbass.
I'm gonna go take a dick up the ass.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go take some stranger's
And
penis
so I
up
suppose
my poop chute.
if you are gay and you think that your parents will be supportive of it, and
Get
you
in
think,
trouble.
No. You save it. You
Oh.
save it until you are in trouble. If you like are pretty confident that like your parents might even already know you're gay, and you get in trouble, like let's say you crash your mom's car, and then just go, "I'm gay," and they'll be like, "Oh, baby, we love you," and you won't get in trouble. That's my advice for some people. If you live in like Alabama, you should probably like move to France before you tell your parents you're gay.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, it's an option. It can get you out of some sticky situations, and it can get you into sticky situations.
We're not mad. We're just disappointed.
Not about the weed,
Oh, by the way, I'm gay.
and not about you're gay. It's just it's the
We're not
acrylics.
mad. We're disappointed. I'm gay. So that's like homophobic. Anyway, speaking of, no, I'm kidding.
Speaking of
So my story is, I mean, the thing is, me the build up to me coming out was kind of, no pun intended, a long time coming. So like I could go on and on about that for a long time, but I'm not going to because we're pressed for time here. But so I kind of didn't really like fully come to terms with my sexuality until
still not there.
you know, I may be
I'm still not happy about it.
I kind of didn't fully like come to terms with the fact that I was like actually fully gay until later on in high school, because I had it kind of in myself for a long time that maybe I'm just bisexual. And you know the coined phrase "buy now, gay later."
Oh,
I was very that.
yeah.
During my sophomore year of high school, I came out to a friend of mine, and I was like, "I'm bi," and she was like, "Oh my god, that's so amazing! Thank you so much for telling me." And then I think, but you know, she was very supportive, but I think she could also tell that I was full of shit. She was like, "Yeah, you bisexual? Come on now."
Yeah, sure.
I don't even think you'd want to come within 2 feet of a vagina.
You couldn't pound a pussy to save your life.
No, and which is true. I am a full homosexual man. But so in terms of coming out, I came out to each of my parents separately, and I didn't.
I just had an idea that I
Oh.
want someone to do.
Oh,
If I had to do it all again, I would tell my parents separately.
oh,
But I would not let them know that the other one knows. Like, Dad, I'm gay.
oh, like
Don't
it's a
tell
secret.
Mom, I'm gay. Don't tell Dad.
Oh my
And
god!
I would just sit back and watch. I'm sorry, I had to put
Just
that out there.
watch the drama.
If you're watching and you're not out yet, and
unfold.
you're gay, and you please do that for me. Tell me how it goes. It
We
sounds
need some drama. So
delicious.
just chef's kiss.
Anyways, keep going. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so I came out to both of them separately. And so with my mom, it was weird. When I came out to my mom, I kind of did it a little bit better than I did with my dad because so I came out. So my mom was in her bedroom and I came in and I had like worked up the courage and everything. And I sat down on her bed and I was like, hey, can we chat for a sec? And she was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, I wanted to tell you something, blah, 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 and I've been wanting to tell you this for a while. I just want you to know that I'm gay. And Mom, if you're listening to this, I love you. But after I told her, she paused for a second and then was like, are you sure? And I was like,
are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive that I'm gay, Mom. She was like, I know, it's just there's a lot of trends going around right now. Let me be clear about something though. My mom is not one of those moms that's like, being gay is just a trend. You're not really.
She'll grow out of it. No.
Yeah, no, she's not like that. She's very supportive of me, and she's very supportive of me being gay. But when I first told her, I think it may have just like thrown her off a little bit, which to me is kind of funny because before I had come out, there were some pretty obvious signs that I was.
Oh, Mary, same.
Me and one of my best friends. Still to this day, we used to when we were younger, like a lot younger, we would hang out, after school and have play dates and stuff. We fully just spent like hours upon hours playing with their Barbies.
Oh,
their mom knew that I was gay before I did.
That's
yeah. My friend's mom like knew that I was gay way before I did. So that in and itself should have been a telltale sign. But anyway, and then with my dad, this one, I still feel a little bit bad about this to this day. But So basically with him, I didn't do it as well as I should have, but it just, to be fair, this is what I was feeling. So with my dad, we were in the car driving to school because in high school, my dad, he always, or even like in middle school too, he always drove me to school. Mm-hmm. And we were driving to school and we were pulling up to the little like the little drop off, like how some schools have like the little circle where all the cars pull in, drop off the kids, whatever. Mm-hmm. We pulled in, and as we were pulling in, I'm like, hey, can I tell you something? And then he was like, yeah. And then I was like, I'm gay. And then I just got my bag, got out of the car, and left. And I just like left him there with this fucking like loaded thing that I just like dumped onto him. And I'm like, hey, I know I'm about to leave for school, but I'm gay. Okay, bye, see ya.
Bye. See you later, girl.
Yeah. And it was really something. But
did you talk about it again later?
We did, yeah.
Okay.
And and he's very, both my parents are very supportive of me, but it was still just like the way that I handled it. I still am a little bit to this day like sorry.
Guilty, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so we hope that these stories have really inspired some of you to
do whatever you want, honestly.
To embrace your true, authentic selves in the blink of a second while your father's dropping you off at school.
Or do it strategically.
Then just take your backpack and run.
Or do it strategically to avoid the consequences of your actions.
And wait until you're in trouble for possession of weed. And then drop a bomb on your parents.
My only regret is not using that bong myself. My only regret.
Yes, the only regret in life.
And not getting my back blown out by the boy I wanted to get, donged on.
But speaking of getting our backs blown out.
And donged on.
You can subscribe, and review The Latest and the Gayest on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Radio Public. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find all current, past and present episodes,
and eventually future
episodes of the latest and the gayest, latest and the gayest, the latest and the gayest, available for free. And this episode will be available next week following the brand new episode. And you can follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at TLATGpod to stay up to date on all things the latest and the gayest. And also, please check out our Linktree, which can be found in the bio of all of our social medias, to not only find our social media links and where you can listen to the show, but you can also find some links and resources on not only how to help some of the people being affected by the tragedy in Ukraine right now, but you can also find some links and resources on how you can help donate to those affected by the Texas school shooting.
Very, very good.
And with that, hi, Gay.
Hi, Gay.
Can I
say something real quick, too?
Sure.
I'm so thankful that you do these wrap-ups because I would never.
I think at this point it's kind of just been ingrained into my head.
Yeah, I couldn't. I wouldn't do it the same twice.
You know, it's so funny. You're like definitely the workhorse out of the two of us. However, when it comes to this thing,
this is definitely your baby. I'd say this is definitely. It's like maybe 40% mine, 60% Alex's.
I mean, the show wouldn't be what it is without you, but you know,
this is definitely your child.
But yeah.
And I'm so thankful. Like, this is your car. And I'm in the driver's seat. No, I'm in the passenger seat. Okay. You're driving.
That's true.
And Lance is our mechanic.
And speaking of mechanics, goodbye.
Goodbye.